there's a lot of, so like I said, you can go to anything to its location. I'm doing this extremely fast because there's a lot of interference through its connection. Now it doesn't look like much, but you understand everything math frequency level is set to its location, and I'm still just trying to get used to everything through location. So you can move vision, okay? Then you want to check that mark again, and then you can go up to a different frequency. So it's really trying to understand everything that you're doing through your northwest, south, and east, okay? And then you can basically check that mark again, get into the co-frequency level, so you can change the shape, right, to its location. All right, let's say it's a box. Okay, I like using the line graphs. It's really fascinating stuff. It's like walking the surface into space connections. And again, I'm getting unstable communication signals here. It's very blurry because I'm so high rise in division 3 locations. I'm setting up code frequency levels through that division, all right? So as you get into those positions, you can go anything through line 6, okay? So let's say I want to set up a line system, allocate its position, go back into the box frequency level system. Trying to do this as fast as I can, guys, so bear with me here. Okay, so that box is set in its location. Let's lock it in through its mechanism. Now we're going to change it into a line communication center, okay? And we're going to go down to its division like this. Allocate its position, right? Make sure it's a line sequence. And then you want to use the corner position level system. So every time you allocate positions, you see how it's going down through the location? It's coming to box frequency level system, allocating through a map location. Everything that we do is map located. It sets up its location systems, right? It's extremely powerful stuff, guys, because it's activated. Okay, so I'm going to lock it in through connection like this. All right, so basically I'm going to use this line graph system, same coloration system. Remember, you're going northwest, south, and east through your connections. Anything through shapes and anomalies to that connection, right? So basically, as we're coming into the galaxy locations, we're going to restructure divisions into space connection in a universal system. Okay, we're going to go through the blocking methods of atoms, all right? So as we're getting into that position, we're going to the line graph system again. Now, as you go down, you can go up to its division. Point center its location, okay? Lock it in, okay? And then you go again here, okay? So we go from here, and location to its division. That becomes a map location system. But it's extremely powerful stuff. You know, and then we'll do the same thing again. You always want to get into practice everything through location. So I'm going to go to a point division. Remember, you got a northwest, south, and east to its locations. Right? So you want to go into its division, up to its location. See how it's a box now completely? See the center core? Everything that you do is in the center. So it's all about everything through its expansion of its shapes and anomalies. How it goes into down phrase, how it goes into triangle thesis, how it goes into the line graph system of location point center, and how it goes into the upgraphing system of this shape anomaly system. So it's in a box frequency level system. Okay. Now I can center core system that vision, lock it in into the center core system. Like that. Okay. Now the center core system is used through allocated positions. You got to ask yourself where you want to travel to this location, right? So you got to know your northwest, south, and east through traveling mechanism systems. So I'm using line graph strips, a line graph strip to location through map frequency level code system. It's extremely, extremely powerful when you get into that connection. So you guys can see it a lot more. It's going to be a white graph with the black. Okay, it's better so you guys can actually see it. So what's going to happen through your perceptions right now? I'm allowing you to use your diffusing mechanism location centers. Your body conceptual system is going to go through levitation cycles, and your point center is going to go through its atom system. So basically, the center core system of its rotation cycle is going to go down in location, like this. See what I'm doing? Okay. So it's understanding how to use everything through division of location, right? So you lock it in division. You want to set its location system, okay? Backphrase its location, okay? Now, as you can go into starlight division, okay? Let's say you want to use a star. Now, you're in a different location center because it's a different shape. So the shape anomaly, you can lock it in division. Let's use an arrow division. Arrow division is very powerful stuff. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the star recognition light system to core center, activate its core system where you want to go through its location. Okay, so you can downphrase its location into the right position. Lock it in its location. Remember, it's extremely real through atmosphere systems. Okay, it's lock in division right now. This position. So you took your, I'm trying, there we go. Okay, so we got a little bit of interference. Trying to get this out as much as I can. Attitudes in that recognition system. Make sure your arrow needs to know where it's going. Okay, it has to understand its division. Once you plot the divisions in the box frequency level of its connection, you can change anything through location. Okay, change anything through location, right? Lock it in. Remember, it doesn't have to be a line signal. The separation of its arrow can be anything. It's like a step, like this. And I can lock it in division, put it in its position, and go like this. Okay? And it can go back up to the star resonant light of its position back to its center core system. Lock it into its mechanism system. The telegraphing system, telecommunication to point division level systems activate everything through code systems. So that's really powerful stuff when you get into arrows or anything to that division through a box frequency level. You can actually see the box. You actually can see the line signals. You can see the arrows where it's going in division, and it's going into a different location back into the center core of its star light recognition of its atom system. So, so as we get into position, right, going into level connection, going into that position, all those division level systems are activating everything to the core center. So, get into those levels of the containment centers. So when you're in that position, lock it into its location, center core division. You can change coloration systems too. It's really fascinating stuff. So let's say I want to change the coloration. If I'm going to change the coloration system, I have to make sure that it's allocated through its position as locking mechanism systems to communication. So you want to lock in its division, okay? You can anything through location, anything through location, all right? So you're line graphing everything through communication signals, communicating with intelligence through an arrow, communication through a starlight line division of an arrow division. Remember, XT1000 to its location. Now, XT1000 doesn't get activated until it understands everything through line sequences and line codes. Now, line code is a dimensional set system. This is walk sequencing connections through applied divisions of coloration. Different intelligence, different intelligence, different intelligence, different intelligence. This is intelligence. Everything that you see here through line graph is a map location. So we're setting up a lot of communication signals. And as soon as you change, remember, as soon as you change the line graph to another coloration, you're communicating to the matricore system. Allocate those positions like within your chakra systems. Once you get into 12 cycle rotations, you get in the higher atmospheres of chakras. That puts you in a higher location to your box frequency level divisions, right? Anything through starlight recognition light system down, or across, or above, or anything for that connection. Okay? So, it's extremely powerful stuff. I'm still trying to get connected with this here. Wiping locations in all division systems here. I'm finally getting connection with better frame system. So, it's in this position right now. Which is pretty cool, man. So basically, you can change the location to anything to division, right? It's incredible force when you do these things. I like how I can change anything to that direction. It's really fascinating stuff. Change those positions to that location. And the pencil has to read everything to the location too, so there's a lot of things I have to learn too with this machine. Its operation system to its position. So basically, as you're coming into different communication signals, let's say you want to do a line graph system for the location. All right, so basically you can go through okay, choose that position because it's white interface connection system here. Back, let's go through let's go through black. Black seems to be really powerful, but then maybe we'll go black and then we'll go pink. Okay, so as it's coming in position, watch what happens. Watch what happens to the map. See that? See how it moves? Watch. See how it's moving positions? It's really powerful stuff. All right, because this is what a planet does, right? Planet moves in its location, so I can use it in its position. I can move it to anything through location, right? And it becomes a line graphing system through a planet location, right? So we got here, right? See how it goes around like this? So once it connects, it's in the center core of its relation, two partnerships to a box frequency level, to a starlight line division of an arrow division to its location of a triangular to an XT1000 division located through a line signaling through a point center, through its positions, through its elite, and the colossal team division. Okay? So, it's powerful stuff when you get into those connections, I'll tell you. And you can change to any position. It's really fascinating stuff because I got a line graph through a map location. Space division level systems activated through its lines, right? So I can change the planet location, the walk frequency center system. This is a line graph division. It's pretty cool how I use this through this location, right? Now I'm just positioning it to its division. Or you can take it off screen. It doesn't matter to that division, right? It's really powerful stuff when you get those connections. So, because it interforces connections to anything through its relation, right? It's really fascinating stuff. How we connect through that, you know? So I'm trying to get everything that position to its location centers. Everything to that position. To its location standard points. Okay. Okay. Now, position, change anything to that division. Okay. It's amazing how we do these things through connection. Because it goes on so many levels of interforce connections. All right, so as we're coming into line graphing system, anything in position, okay? Draw it into anything location. So you got to understand what intelligence is through line signal. Okay. Operation systems, electronic interference, there is connection to its position. Okay, because the pencil has to read the divisional panel. So as it's going to position, okay, so it's alone by its division, but once it goes through its attaching location, it's going through its north, it's going through its east, it's going through its west, and it's going through its south. Okay, now as you're allocating positions, you're making a map sequencing level of its connection. Now, like I said, once you lock it in through its connection, you can change location systems, okay, to anything through division. And it comes into a map sequencing code system, right? So, and then you can come into a different division. Now, everything in space is allocated through line division, through singular line point division. Okay, you can use a star recognition light system. See, I love this. Watch this. See how it changes that position? It's crazy how it does the thing. It rotates. That's why I love all these things. Look at that. That's what a starlight recognition light system does to its position. It's extremely real through location, right? Lock it in to its connection. Now it's in position, but it's line graphing through confusing line system to the map location of northwest, south, and east. Okay. And I can do another starlight division system back into the center core division system. I actually understand how the atmospheres work through location. Okay, lock it in. You see how it's coming into triangular division level system allocated through positions? But as you know, everything is triangular base. Anything through northwest, south, and east to its location, right? So it's a lot of fun. Wow, my text in the chat disappeared. Yeah, there's a lot of interference, but it has its connection system, so it's allocated to that position. So I'm just basically getting everything into that position level system now. But you can change anything through location. As soon as you change the coloration system, you can change it to anything through direction. See? Now as it's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming in. You have to understand what line signals do, right, through location. As it comes in, it's fully communicating. Circle rotates and gets bigger and 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 bigger. Okay, so now it's line communicating through line division. So basically, you're always traveling in the center location of northwest, south, and east where you want to go through division. So you can travel down, you can travel across. Okay, it's understanding what you're doing through traveling. Okay. It's fascinating when you get into anything through location. It's confusing to the mind system because it goes on so many levels of interference, right? Through that connection. But it's incredible force when you understand locations to that division. So. And also too, you can use different graphs, you know. It's a graphing cycle through rotation, okay? And you can change the division systems again. That's why I love this pen because it can communicate on all levels. Basically, you can use a star again. Love doing stars because they rotate. See, it's incredible. I'm just showing you how everything is communicated through its cycle. Lock in its division. Now let's change location. As soon as you change location, you can use arrow point division. Change the coloration system, allocates position. Now you can walk surface its location back into division. Watch, it's going to go right through its division. Okay, it's really powerful. It's like with the heart, the arrow, you know. Lock in a position. Okay, you can go this way. You can move it around, whatever you want to do, right? Once in this locked position, you check it off, and then you go down through its location. Okay. So it's really understanding that everything is drawn through division, through atmosphere systems, anything through line division, or point division, or air division, or starlight recognition light system. So as it's surfacing through the atmospheres, when you guys are looking at perceptions and divisions through locations, you have to understand how to communicate through coloration or anything through starlight recognition system. Okay? So as we get into that position, we're going to cross it out, location. Okay. It's really, really fascinating stuff when you get into those positions. It's incredible, you know, it really is. It's amazing to see these things. So you guys are fully getting a truly understanding how we can. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Now, understanding what paper is. Okay. Now, when you see something, these are line strips, and then they've got arrow points, spacing at arrow points. So it's understanding that my computer system understands locations of line division. So this is line division, and then it's got dots like this. Okay, so we start off with the line. Okay, let's change the color to black because black seems to be seen more. So as we're going through communication of patterns to location, that's a line strip, right? Lock it in. Okay, now understand the paper and its reading it through communication, because once you become your computer system, you're allocating positions of atmosphere systems, right? So I'm going to change that division. Bridging, how's it going? Now, as you're reading locations of paper, I don't have to draw anything on division, but if you understand the intelligence, how it's one line signal and then it's got a gap location. So it's one line signal and it's got a gap location. Okay, you lock it in, all right? So I'm showing you how it's connected. So it's actually how to read this paper before you do anything through illustration, right? So we go back into line communication, right? And we do this. Now it's understanding the paper, okay? Because right now it kind of looks like a road, right? It's a road, right? So you understand that everything through paper can travel, all right? So we got a road graph, we got a line strip, and we got spaces in between, and we got another line signal, and then we get spaces in between, which becomes a road graph system. Allocate that position, right? So if you change the location and you bring it down to its division, or you can bring it up to its division, you got different intelligent line signals through the connection. Okay, so see if I lock that in. Now that's different communication because you change your thought patterns. So when you change your thought patterns, you're changing your information systems through paper, through its reading recognition system. It's really, really powerful stuff through that connection. So you're locking that in that connection. Okay. Point to the level system. Now, as soon as you change the coloration, it changes everything through its anomalies. It can be free-spirited, okay? Free-spirit is basically when you see something through line communication, it's going through a disruption signal, okay? The disruption signal is going through allocated positions. So it's flying and it's traveling. It's going through its traveling. It's going through its traveling. Going through its traveling. Oops. Now, it's trying to communicate. It wants to go through, but it can't because it doesn't have partnership with the space lines and the line signals. So once it gets in position and understands everything through line communication, then it can go into its cycle to its division and cross-reference to another location of a dimension. All allocated through partnership of line signals and space line graphing systems, all connected to the paper rotation system of reading. So, ¿qué pasa? Yeah. Bien. All right, so basically this is a lot of fun, guys, and I just think it's an incredible force as we're connecting to that. So, and this helps me and helps you because everything that I'm doing and you're seeing through your perception, everything is moving in line division because it's extremely fast in all locations. All right, so as we're going to change location center, Okay, I'm just going to wipe out its location. So it's truly understanding how to communicate with the digital of its air pad, the iPad, because it's a different format. It's a different communication, right? My computer is a different communication through alignment. So I have to get balanced with the pen. I have to get balanced with the screen. I have to get balanced with communication with you guys through alignments, through line signals, through the paper graphing system. Allocate those positions. Because when you guys see a piece of paper, remember it has lines or it's blank, you have to understand its intelligence no matter what. If it's blank or if it's lined, it doesn't matter. What matters is what's in between the lines. That's how you get into positions of partnership through line signals. So if you're getting traveling mechanisms of line communication, of free lacing line systems, now you're allocating through different communication signals, through the graphic signals, okay? So as we're going back into position, line signal, line division, simulation systems, okay, now we're coming into spacing, right? Everything through line signal, because it's black, okay, it's allocated through position through intelligence. Line signal is allocated through division of intelligence, through communication, right? As you get into those divisions, it puts you in everything through location. So let's say you get a planet location through another coloration system, okay? And they're just spot checks that are going around, okay? Now, like I said, everything that you read, you have to understand how atmospheres are readed in information cycles into the atmosphere systems. Now, you see the blue graphing cycles? You see that? You always see those in your perceptions. They come out, right? Star recognition light system. This is understanding is changing your perception of division. So the blue spots? Now, those blue spots are in the atmospheres. So it's understanding everything through disruption, okay? Now, another thing I want to tell you about is that, remember with YouTube, how everything through planet division, all of YouTube went out last night? Does anybody know why? Okay, I'll tell you why. It's because I'm so connected through the atmospheres, electronic, and anything through galaxy location of solar systems. We were having a meteor shower. That meteor shower was dislocating its division through the satellite division, and that's why we had problems with YouTube. That's why the whole YouTube software of the algorithm program went away. All stations, I couldn't get anything through codes. I think it was error code 400. That's allocated positions. That's a code frequency level division through a portal division. Okay, so we had a meteor shower that was disrupting signals through YouTube software mechanisms of all algorithm program sets systems of all country systems into your computer or into your phone recognition system. Okay, so it's extremely powerful when you understand how to communicate with the atmospheres or anything through line division or anything through point division level systems into a road graphing system of a paper rotation cycle. So, Espanol. Yeah, I'm learning that, Espanol. So we're going to cross-reference that out. Okay. I'm going to erase that. Now, I really want to stay with the locations here. So when you guys are reading, it's understanding what is on the paper because it's intelligence. Once you understand the intelligence, now you're understanding line division, which is simulation to anything through location. And then you got your point divisions, spacing locations. Why is this spaced and why is this a line? Okay. So understanding everything through line division, you can change it to anything location. But as soon as you change the rotation center to anything through a location, if you go into its cycle through rotation, it's understanding communication. See? It's understanding communication. What is it doing? What is it doing? Okay. Once it understands how to communicate with the line signals, once it understands how to communicate with the space signals through line division, it will stop. Okay. Now you lock it in. So it wants to get partnership with the line division and the spacing locations. So once you change the coloration system, it's in a different location of division, of a new coloration into a matrix location. See, it keeps doing this until it gets balanced with this location. So right now it's communicating through teleportation division levels through line signal level systems of black. It's trying to get its location to its blue circling rotation center. Once it gets in, it locks in its division. Now, it's on a communication of graphing signal. All right. So we can go through a different coloration. Now you can go through a star recognition light system. Now allocate positions as a star goes like this through that position. This is what a star does, right? We see these go on every night, right? Understand communication. Goes like this, right? Goes like this. Once you understand communication, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Remember the moon interface through connection? Once you understand its position, changes location. Now, it's covering the lying signals, but it will disappear through location. Okay? So it's really, really powerful stuff when you connect to that. But I'm just showing you, it's very powerful on this digital board. Understanding what you're doing through your perceptions, everything you're seeing through colors. Okay? Everything through colors has communication. What am I doing? What's my perception saying? What color is it at? How do I communicate? How do I get this starlight recognition light system of a recognition of an XT1000 to this side division? You have to go through the cycle rotation of the blue interface. You have to communicate through the spacing line division of the black interface. And you have to communicate with the black interface of its connection to the line division before you get into position to allocate positions to locations. And now you've crossed its reference to location. Now you can proceed on to anything through the atmospheres of the galaxy locations. So you started here to get to here. But to get to here, you have to understand how to communicate with all this. Okay? So, the digital framing is pixelated. Yeah. I know. It's fascinating stuff, isn't it? I'm still getting used to it. But it's a lot of fun. So it's powerful force when you get to these connections, because it shows you exactly what so and I mean you can pretty much do anything to that location. And it's really amazing. It's really powerful stuff because now I can circle rotation, I can center, I can change it to anything in that position. But I just want to show you how powerful it is. First, you want illustration because you're trying to communicate with the pen interference. You're trying to communicate with the board graphing system. Now it's allocate position and understand its synchronizing system. It's in its computerizing system, so now it has balance, right? So as it's in position, you have line graphing system, the location of balance. You can circle rotate anything location because you're understanding the line graphing system of the paper. Okay, so once we get into those locations, but I'm going to show you, this is actually what's going on. It's really, really powerful stuff. Now, this is what I drew, okay? This is the graphing cycle through locations when it comes to the XT1000, the planet divisions or circle rotations. This is a map location to the Drakean division. This is the structure divisions, how to set different space anomalies, everything through galaxy locations. Okay? I just did that recently today. See the arrow point division, see the XT1000? You have to understand everything through perception and what you're trying to do through map codes, map locations. Do you see the stair recognition lights? See that? It's like stairs, right? Going up the stairs. Now the point division level system, the allocated positions, the elite team, is going into the Colossus division in the XT1000. That's a bullseye, right? Bullseye. Okay, understanding what it is. So I understand the line graph of its paper. Line strip or plane, it doesn't matter. What matters is you have to get balance with your body frames, your electrical systems, and everything through your mind conception of your thoughts. The psychological system through the line communication of colors is really important. But once you understand that you actually see, what is the most thing that you see? It's all about deceiving, right? Relocating your perceptions, observations. You see things in a different way. The first thing that you see is the XT1000. You don't see anything behind that. You just see the XT1000 and the bullseye, right? Because that's what you're focused on. You're not focused on the stairs. You're just focused on what you see through perception, right? Trying to understand everything through connection. Yeah, the colors are really, really fascinating stuff. And that's what it is. Everything through position. Okay. So once you get into those locations, basically, I like to change everything through the line graph system. Okay, so now we got basically understanding what it is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's basically, it's line graphs of boxes, and then in the center, it has little boxes. Okay, so those are realms of portals. So it's kind of like in position. I'll show you exactly what it is in location. Understanding how to read your digital screen through perception or anything through atmospheres of travel. Okay, once you get in those positions. So once you have communication of balance through partnership to anything through line signals, to anything through graphing and coloration system, you can color it into anything through division, like this. Okay. So it's kind of like getting in position. Right? It's trying to find its location. Once it finds its location, it's in its position. Lock it in. Now it's on a coloration pattern. Okay. And again, you do it again. See what it's doing? See how it's going in rotation? It's trying to communicate with the white graphing board, everything through round division, a box frequency level system. It allocates positions. Once it gets in position, it locks in to division. Okay? Boom. All right? Now, once you change locations, let's say we go into circle rotation, right? This is not a coloration pattern. Now, this is understanding it's an arrow division, but you can see, actually see it kind of looks like a next T, right? But it's got a laser, understanding everything through illustration. So it's what you see through your perception to anything through coloration. So this is a matrix location of a shape, a triangle thesis, triangle a division level system. So everything is allocated through northwest, south, and east through its position, right? But as soon as you get anything through location, let's see, let's go with the trithesis, different coloration pattern. Let's use black, because black seems to be really powerful. So as we're going through location, it's loading. Locking mechanisms every time. So it's loading right now. So I'm going to go back in position here, get in a position. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so watch what happens. Okay, so basically, this is just, just a little line, it's by itself, but it's moving, right? Now, it wants to communicate with this. It wants to go into the center. But for it to go in the center, it has to understand the lines. It has to understand the points. It has to understand it's a triangle. It has to understand it's a matrix through its connection. Once it's in position, it gets in the center core system. Once it's in center core system, you lock it in division. Okay. Once you lock it in division, let's see, go here. Like that. You can change it to a different coloration system. Okay. Let's go blue. All right. So it's all about mixtures and how you connect through anything location. Right? Now it's just moving around its location. See? It's trying to get connected with the black line division. It's trying to get communication with the triangular thesis through its triangle, trying to understand what's going on through communication. Because the atmosphere connects in all level systems, puts in all positions, right? Line signals everything through graphing locations. Let's say you get into a box location. Let's go into a red location. Okay, so we got balance, we got the black interface. Remember, interface is everything through connection, right? Flying south for the winter. Okay, so as we get in position, now watch what happens with the red graphing system. It's trying to find its position. Remember I was saying that a square is not a square? It's everything through formation. It's trying to find its location. This is what a square does. Remember +1 + 1 = 2? But in space, 1 plus 1 is a billion. That's what it is. It's understanding everything through formation. Once you get into locking communication, and it's got protection, and it's light through communication, the coloration lights, or anything box frequency line division through singularity line systems, it allocates the positions, it gets into its position. Lock it in connection. Now it's got its coloration system with a black interface. So if the black interface wants to travel to this location, it has to send its coloration through its box frequency level system. That puts it in its position. It's in its locking mechanism system right now. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to put an arrow division to location center. So the location center right here is going to go this way into the black interface. Okay? So the black interface understands connection through the purple rotation of the triangle and everything through connection. I love how this moves. This is what I'm showing you. This is understanding how you communicate through perceptions. Once you get into cloud interference, you understand clouds change in directions, north, west, south, and east, through galaxy locations. But everything is in position, right? Once it gets in position, you lock its code into vision. Now you can go into a higher division, okay, once you have it locked in. Now it's locked in position right now, right? Now the black interface wants to come out. Now this is understanding everything through connection when it comes into the matrix. Remember the 12 cycle rotations? You want to go into higher atmospheres of chakra systems. So understanding how to get out of the center core system. So now you're communicating through the abyss, okay? So you understand how to change the coloration system through the connection of the box frequency level to its connection of the triangular thesis. So because you're coming into the programmathesis, the gamma iota signals and everything through reception divisions, the mind conception of the psychological system of its thoughts, and the voicing grid patterns. Okay, remember yesterday my throat conceptual system, my capacitors, were changing the chakra systems through the atmosphere's location of Mexico, right? That means that my body framing is changed through its pyramids. It's changed through its recognition of its lights. So I have to change my pixel activation codes and my algorithm system to the atmosphere systems of Mexico, okay? So, all right, so as we get into those positions, right, you can go into another location. All right. So when you're in that location system, the allocated positions, let's say we go into let's go into heart recognition light. I like this. And we'll go into a red cycle rotation. Understanding patterns. Understanding patterns. Okay, we'll get into that later, but you understand why they're colors. Why are they different colors and why are they set in that position? Okay, why is this color here? Why is this color here? Okay, so we'll get into that later. So once you get into circle rotation, okay, see the heart? See the heart? Now the heart's got to find where it's going through its location. It's trying to find balance. It doesn't have any balance yet, right? Because it doesn't understand the triangle. It doesn't understand the box, and it certainly doesn't understand the arrow, and it doesn't understand the black interface. But once it understands its location, it goes into point of vision, the center. Lock it in its location. Now it's in its position to bounce locations. Okay? So it's a lot of fun when you get into those connections, guys. That's amazing stuff. So we're going to have a lot of fun doing this. I'm getting better and better as I go because the brain function system, see, my mind conceptual system understands the psychological system of thoughts. But my brainwaves understands the digital of its algorithm because it's nothing but pixels. It's nothing but digitals. It's all number of frequencies. It's all algorithm and program setting. It's understanding the holographic system of you through the plasma energy system of you. The mind telepathy system of its thoughts through its connection allocates all positions into anything through mind vision. Okay, so let's go into another box frequency level. Okay, so we're going to go to, now this is really interesting stuff. Okay. Now this is different line strip. These are line strips down, line strips across. These are all portal divisions of square interface connections. Really, really small boxes. So it's kind of like this, and we'll show you up close. So let's go through a line graph strip. Okay, so as we go through a line graph strip, you go down. Okay, and you go down like this. You get in position, lock it in. to its connection. And then you go down again. All right. Now this is understanding what this paper is before you draw anything through location, because it has its own realm connection of box frequency levels. E equals MC squared, guys. So once you get in that connection, you lock in its division. Now it's kind of like tic-tac-toe, but you have to understand its position. Once you get in its position, lock it in. Okay? And then you can go across like this. This is understanding trying to get in position like this. Lock it in. And you go down here. Right? Lock it in. And then you go here. Okay? So it's all about communication, guys. That's all it is. Trying to understand what's going on with the boxes. Trying to understand what's going on with the intelligence and line strips. Trying to understand everything through the coloration system of the matrix location. Box frequency level division level system here. Allocate those positions and line signals. All right? So, this is basically what it is. We gotta lock that in there. The graphing board is very sensitive, so I gotta be, okay? So this is this up close. Okay? So once you're standing communication of that, right, you lock it in there so it doesn't disappear again. Once it's in that position, you cross-reference location. You can still keep the same coloration system, that's totally fine. But if you change the line signals through calibration, you're integrating locations at different centers to its division of box frequency level through its connection. It's extremely complicated stuff. But as we're coming into pattern divisions, right? So we go down through location. We go down through location. I got to check it every time through that division. But this is how a computer reads one computer to the next, to anything position. This is what this board is. Okay? So it's very small, but this is this up close. So you have to understand everything through a box frequency low, okay, is your behavioral system. It's allocated positions to everything through the pencil that you use through an illustration. Okay? Now, understanding that position, once you change locations, it's really, really fascinating stuff. Now, if you try to change it to a different coloration system, let's go through, you're going through a line graph system, but as soon as you put anything through a shape anomaly or anything through changing location, watch what happens. It gets confused, right? Because it's not in its position. It's in a different coloration system. It's definitely not in the right location to the white graphing board system. So everything is connecting to its location. Once it has its balance through its coloration pattern, you lock it in division. Like that. Now it understands everything through line signal. It understands everything through behavioral systems, through the coloration system. It gets complicated when you get into these divisions, guys, but it's powerful stuff. Now we're going to go through coloration. Okay, we're going to color it in. Okay. Now, as you're coloring in realm divisions, you have to be cautious because your behavioral system changes every day, 24/7. You have 24/7 division level system, behavioral system, electronic division through your body frames. So when you're changing coloration systems, allocate one position to the next. Okay. Now, it has to understand its realm division, goes into location like this. Okay, this is your behavioral system. Okay. That's your behavioral system through a box frequency level of a realm division. Because it understands its allocated position, it changes location systems. Once it understands its electronic interference, you get waving cycles like this. Now, if you get waving cycles like this, it covers everything through rotation, through your vibration. It center course your dark rotation centers, and it changes its location. Right? So you don't want that. That's bad behavioral system through coloration, through dark realm division. Because it oversizes your location through your realm locations of box frequency levels. Okay? So it's all about understanding how to read intelligence through paper. Anything through a human behavioral system, because it fluctuates, it goes up and down through division, right? So you want to get rid of that and back into position. Okay, so point division level system, let's change the coloration line system again. Okay, we're going to a different pattern division. We're going to go into another color rotation center. So your vibrational system has to understand the box frequency realms. Okay, so you want to understand point division like this. You want to line cross its division. Okay, so you want to go like this, straight across like this. Your vibrational signals have to be this, not this. Understand? It has to be this. This is the center core. Once it understands its center core, it's in its division of balance through 24/7. Okay? 24/7, which is you through connection. Because that's what you live every day through your life system. If there was 25 hours, okay, in a day, that would change everything through your birthing system. But there's a reason why it's 24. 24 is the central system of you through location. You guys don't know that. The 7th is location. You have to understand what the sun interface does from 1 to 7. You have to understand what the moon interface does from 1 to 7. You have to understand your solar connection to your body framing system, to your holographic system, to its location, of its realm division, of its vibrational signals. So you don't want this, you want this every day. Okay? So when you get into those divisions, you can get into a snake rotation like this. Okay? See how the snake rotation isn't set in? So basically, let's go back into the coloration system. Once you change the coloration system, it changes everything to your body electrical system. Let's go into green interface. Okay, then going into the shadow division here. It changes the patient panel. You have to know how to communicate with your computer. Basically, that's all it is. So I'm going to change the coloration system. Now, you understand that vibrational signals are straight. You understand this is not straight. This is human behavior through your box frequency level. It's affecting everything through your segments and everything through vector division system of 24 divisions of its 7. Allocate positions because there's 7 days in a week, right? There's a reason why you wake up in a different line signal to location to vibrational human emotion systems, right? So you wouldn't get a position, if you get a flowing mechanism like this, okay, you're going through human behavioral systems and cycle rotations. This is line communication of balance. This is rotation centers off through human behavioral system. This is stress, this is balance, this is rotation center. This is a waving cycle. This is line communication, this vibrational system. Everything that you see here through line division, okay, is the acting cycle through its round location. It box frequencies levels everything through 24/7 to your location, your body framing system, and your digital framing system. So it's a lot of fun to get into line graph systems. Now, if you get into coloration system, okay, let's say we get into I want something that's going to stand up to location. See all the coloration systems. Now, see all the colors there? You see the colors? You have to understand why they're spaced out. You have to understand why they're white strips. Okay? You have to understand why they're different colorations. You have to read, if you want to read everything through information, you have to go into the center core of the coloration pattern. Now, once you understand the colorations and you understand the design, you understand the behavioral system through the digital of its graphing systems. Okay? So once you get into those positions, you can change that location. Okay, so let's just say let's just make it blue. So now it's blue. Okay? My digital frame is all blue. So as soon as I change my pencil rotation center to its location, okay, you can line graph it to its anything to position. That will keep it position. So as soon as you draw on the division level system like this, okay, as soon as you draw on it, okay, you guys see it? Once you draw on it, it has to have balance through vibrational of its digital play. The digital plays everything through division and just cross-reference anything through center coordinate everything throughout division. So, and it puts everything back into position to its location. So, oh, this is cool. It's got music and all that, and it's got Wi-Fi. So I'm just connecting with the mainframes right here. But, you know, I think you guys are definitely learning faster and faster how to connect. We'll get to more of shapes and anomalies and everything through connection vibrational signals, how you are connected to anything through framing systems of colors, lights, stripping of lights, anything through lysing line of lights, anything through coloration through your perception. Your eye receptor division changes every time you communicate through sun interface. It has to, because it's different communication of atmospheres of space. Okay, so, but you guys are learning a lot, which is really good. I'm showing you a lot, which is really good, you know, and the electronic interference is connecting. It's systems. So you have to watch this video again. It's really powerful how we connect through the graphing cycles, the map locations, the vibrational signals. You have to understand how to communicate with your vibration coloration. Once you get balanced with that rotation through your chakra system, then you have to get positioned the colorations of the realms, the box frequency, or anything through codes. As soon as you change the shapes, you change your body frame system of shapes through your holographic system, your body framing through your perceptions. Okay? So it's really powerful stuff. Yeah, I know, it's ingenious, eh? It's powerful stuff, but I'm just showing you how things rotate. It spins and spins and spins until it finds its balance, because it's communicating with a different line signal, different coloration, different matrix, different pattern. Everything intelligent through line signal is intelligence through location. It goes through anything through teleportation, but it goes into its interference before it gets its connection through its circle rotation or anything at division. It has to understand the vibrations of your frequency level through your body frames. Because the electrical system doesn't understand coloration system if you don't understand the balance location through your chakra system. It's very important to understand these things, right? But yeah, it's a very, very powerful digital framing of a tool to use, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I'll go through your questions. You guys want to go through your upgrading cycles? I set up a special for everybody. Lori went through it already. It's a radiation cycle through a gamma operation system. This puts you in the gravity centers and illuminates your coloration systems of your chakras. Okay, there's a special that's going on right now. If you want to know more about that, I'll put it through its upgrading cycle. Talk to Lori, she'll tell you exactly how powerful it is, right? Understanding all communication of planets is healing. Everything through coloration is healing, but understanding what intelligence you're dealing with through location. Because your body conceptual system of your holographic and multi-structure division has different healing components. It goes on structures of its DNA plan, a plan through location. Let's say you get an offline cycle system through a heart rate light system, it applies division through its cavity ball. All right, now that's space talk, but that's communication through the universe, through planets of its location. So I'm communicating through an intelligent location. The center core ending through structure division is your DNA structure plan. Now that's puts in positions through your holographic system. You have to understand your water containment. You have to understand your coloration lights. You have to understand your metal alloy, or if you're in light formation system. Are you communicating with the ground formation of dimensional Earth? That's the first cycle rotation you have to communicate with. And then you got your power generators, you got your body simulators, and you got your patterns. That communicates to all division levels through healing connection systems. The compartments or the components activate everything through light signals, through your gamma operation systems, the mind collaboration of your thoughts, or your voice capacitor systems of your perception or GPS location system, right? So every planet location is healing, okay? So understanding what I can do for you guys now instant, because I'm in Mexico now. Mexico is extremely powerful, connected through Area 51. They are so involved with everything through intelligence. It's so much open signals here. It's just astronomical what I can do through healing. It's really powerful stuff. Anything through planet location, 27,000 light years away, 1 billion light years away, anything location. But your receptacle division, your mindset system has to understand the vibration colors, because it's not just vibration, it's vibration, color, lights, activation. Then you get planet divisions, okay? When you come into intelligence through your mind frames, your graphene frames, your electrical frames, and your body frames. Everything allocates positions. So understanding healing is very important to understand to the mind system of its thoughts. Know exactly where point divisions are. Okay, when it comes to cysts, when it comes to cancer, when it comes into diabetes, it comes into, you have to understand how everything is put in position. Because the center core is everything through location, right? So it's how to take this away and change the rotation centers back into the location of balance to the vibrational signal coloration system. It allocates in so many levels of intelligence, right? So the higher interforce connections you go, the planet divisions you get through more balance of your chakra system. So we're going to be going up through another test evaluation and review, because I want to get the Colossus team into 35 divisions of locations, which means their planet division of their chakra system is going to be extremely high rise. So you're going to go through a jumping location, to a vortex division, to acceleration speed location, to 35. You're coming out of the chakras, into the moon, out of the planets. We're going to interforce connection system. I'm going to allocate your positions to an atom location. This is going to high rise your coloration illumination lights through your chakra system. More connections with the pharaohs, more connections with meridians. Okay? Understanding what planets are through location. Every planet, okay, has its own communication signal through teleportation, right? So the more you understand, not just your chakra system, the more you understand yourself, the more you understand everything around itself. That's the atom. So it's the atom in the center that communicates everything through its atmospheres. I think I said that before, but it's really powerful stuff. But we'll get more into that through detail as we go along, okay? Because you guys are getting more informed with your communications of yourself, communications with others. You're showing your panels of activations through your invisible shields. We're going into higher locations of heart recognition lights. We're going into higher communication lines through lace and line systems, and you're delegating through your gravity centers. So there's a lot of things that we have to understand through communication, right? Okay, so you guys communicate with each other, had a very intense body activation yesterday, and was feeling such push and pull, pulse of rainbow energy blasting to me and through all. Yeah. Yeah. These are energy systems. You have to understand your recognition of your body frames, Priscilla. My text giant disappeared. We got through that. Back to all system. My teeth were vibrating. Yeah, your whole body vibrates. Even intelligence through your teeth is vibration. You have to understand the coloration. Yeah, ditto. Mucho más trabajo, yeah. Mexican language, the vocabulary is fluidity, it has to flow, right? Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenas noches, right? ¿Cómo estás? Bien, you know? So I'm learning as I go. The more I stay here, my planet divisions, and then it goes into everything through connection vibration, right? It's getting that balance location and everything, so. Intense energy since the 10th, yep. I'll talk to you a little bit more about Jupiter rising, how it's going to be out to divisions into division of communications of Pluto. Yeah, we're setting up a new bridge location, a galaxy location. So there's a reason why we do all these things in position through your map sequencing code divisions of Drakeans and everything through the pharaohs and the meridians. This is going to help you more through connection of yourself and how you can allocate positions and atmospheres of your GPS location system, right? So. ¿Cómo eres tú, español? Yeah, Commander. See? Has humanity shifted to a new timeline since yesterday? Yeah, the timelines are right now, they're not in the center. It's trying to find its balance through location of vibration. Humanity's on a different location. Dimension Earth is in a different location. The center core system is activated through its pyramid system. So the planet division of 7 billion people have to come in the center core of the pyramid, rotates on its cycle, then it goes into dimension Earth through soul recognition system. Father and mother in one planet division, line communication of center through yin and yang. Angels and angels in the circle rotation center, and me in the central system of its beginning. Okay, which is the center core of everything. galaxy locations, universal set systems, mystical division, cortex, anything placebo, anything through that division, right? So yeah, it's a creative. Yeah, the digital, I love it. It's awesome. I'm getting used to it. Yeah. Anything that you buy, you try to get communication with vibration with it, right? Because there's so many things. An iPad is different than a computer. Not only that with a computer, it's hard to carry, right? But with an iPad, it's smaller and it's less heavy. Okay. So I don't just have to communicate with the pad, I have to communicate with the pen. And the pen has to communicate with the computer. The computer has to communicate with the pad, the ballpoint pen, right? The point tip, right? This is intelligence. This is separation. Because I don't know if you noticed, but there's a line here. See that line division? Once it separates, it's a white graphing line strip. See that line strip? This is different from this. Even though it's attached, it's two different intelligence. So it's a line signal of different types from this point to this. And then it becomes a white graphing signal. And then I have to communicate through psychometry of my hand formation. And then my hand formation has to communicate with the body framing. It's holographic through its digital system. And the digital system has to communicate with the pad division through structure division of a plant location to its white graphing system, white paper, right? Because you're kind of like recording its information system through its mind graphic system. That goes into applications to the archive division. You guys understand that to two more connections to higher graphing systems of your chakra systems. So, yeah, it is. I love it. It's fantastic. It's great too because you guys know a little bit more how to communicate with anything through line signals and how it goes through atmospheres. And then once it gets balanced, it stays in its position. Now you're getting partnership. Now you're getting confusing line signals, which are now no longer confusing. So you got 3 different coloration signals, 3 different coloration patterns, and 3 different colorations of activation signals. This is allocated through the simulation line systems. So, yeah, I know. I saw the pictures, Tina. Really powerful stuff. Last night, the sunset line signals were beautiful. Did you know that was an angel? And everything that you showed me through the X2000, you guys have to go into the point center. So it's going like this into laser recognition. Understand the plasma core through the center core system. Understand what's in it. How is it operated? What's inside? Why is it this color? Why is it this light? What is going on with the dimension? What planet location is it on through its intelligence? That's how you get its position, understand what intelligence is. All through plasma force, right? So, do you split in humanity since yesterday based on their choices? Well, everybody makes their choices. Humanity is going in a catastrophic division right now, okay? Because the more they go up through higher vibration, if they don't understand their location centers, if they don't understand the gravities, the powers, and atmospheres, they're not connecting to their own division of location of planet to a dimensional system. They have to understand their positions on location systems, okay? Humanity has to get balance of traction to the dimensional Earth through vibration. The 5th dimensional system is going to keep high rising. It doesn't matter. The Earth system has to be in position so we can get into a new solar system of 6th dimension. It's already in its location, okay? The waving cycles of humanity is in separation. They're high rising through their ascensions, but there's a lot of chaotic things that are going on through protesting, right? We already see that. The planetary divisions right now, I told you exactly what's going on with YouTube. The whole network of YouTube went off because there was a meteor shower, okay? It was disrupting the signals of satellite dishes through your platinum vision, through electronic interference, your computers and your phones. Understanding intelligence is understanding everything through you, through center. Okay, so the human vibration has to understand everything through relation, through their thoughts, and not focus so much on the governments, not focus so much on everything around them that doesn't make any sense. Everything around them doesn't make any sense. Everything inside you makes sense. That's the communication. Okay? To understand yourself through the outsides of atmospheres, you're never going to get anywhere through division. That's what I'm saying, is you guys should start traveling. Once you start traveling, you connect more with the atmospheres. You connect more through the power centers of humanity, and you connect more through gravity center. Okay? Now, everybody's put in position through vibration, but they've got to understand their inner cycles, their inner systems. They got to understand the heart recognition lights, how to change their thought patterns. If you want to get into position of the dimension of Earth through rotation centers, you have to understand everything through balance of you. The balance of your body frames, your electrical system, your mind system, your collaboration of your thoughts, and your cycle rotation centers. Your rotation is very important to your circles and everything through location of vibration. But you have to understand the inner self of you. That's the higher self, the inner child, the inner knowing of its child, the inner sanction of its child, the inner division of its system through its atom system, which becomes a computer operation system, a communication line to the simulation pattern division. So, yeah, pyramids in the jungle, such amazing energy there. Yeah, pyramids are really good, really, really powerful. Yeah, I'm going to be going to one tomorrow. I had activated through line signal. Everything through pyramid activation is connected through you, through your communication, higher self, avatar, computer, or anything through energy or an atom. You have to understand who you're communicating with, what you're communicating with, and why are you communicating with it. Okay? Everything is connected through meditation. Your breathing. Breathing is very important. We have to breathe, right? Everybody breathes. We know why we breathe, right? It's opening our chakras. It's opening our communication. It's giving our waving cycles into, calming centers. You want to be calm with yourself. If you go, oh, all chaotic, what are you doing? You're disrupting signals. You're disrupting atmospheres. You're disrupting your computer. You're disrupting your hair. You're disrupting glasses, your lens, your framing systems. You're disrupting your hands. You're disrupting everything through your body frame, all because of one thought. Your thoughts are everything through creation. And I think humanity has to understand that to its division. Okay? Change your thoughts, changes everything through the atmospheres. Okay? So it feels humanity is having a hard time catching up with all changes. It feels very fast moving. See, the dimension Earth is still going to keep going on its rotation. It has to understand. You understand an engine, what it does. So if a car is going extremely fast and you're trying to catch up to that car, you're not communicating with the car, are you? You're going to run out of breath, right? But if you understand the energetics, if you understand the body frame, if you understand the coloration of lights, if you understand its intelligence, you'll catch up to that car division. And then you get partnership with the car, and then you end up being in the car division, and then you become the balance through its car recognition system, and then you end up driving the car system to its location. And then you go to anything through provision, through an acting cycle, anything through its adventure. So you can't separate yourself through your thoughts. You just can't do it. You can't. Because if you separate yourself, you're separating yourself from the earth. And that's why it's so confusing to everybody that's going on. Okay? Because you're observing everything out, but you're not observing everything within. If you're not observing everything within, there's the problem right now with humanity. They're not balancing themselves through their mind, through their thoughts. The psychological system is understand communications of its earth, or anything through planet locations. Just imagine how much interface connections I connect with intelligence. It's extremely, because I always come up across different intelligence of planets. So instead of me finding my separation, I get communication with intelligence. I know exactly coloration lights, and now I'm at that level. Okay? Through balance. Okay? Friendship, relationship, and partnership. Friendship with yourself, friendship with intelligence. Relationship with yourself, relationship with intelligence. Partnership with yourself, partnership with intelligence. And this all has to be done through the inner system of you, through communication. Okay? Oh, you're extremely welcome. I've been watching your videos. Yeah. Let me know if you want to keep doing videos, because I know there's a lot of things that are catching up right now, because Mexico's on so many location centers right now through map sequencing code systems, because I'm setting up a new space anomaly through space station, through galaxy location. It's really, really powerful through connections of Vega. I got huge connections with Vega right now. Everything through perception division, but when you're seeing intelligence, you know, right at your door, it's really, really powerful stuff. So, and it doesn't come a dream to the mind system. It's real. But the whole idea is understanding the masculinity and the femininity of father and mother. The atmosphere spaces between you and the center of a yin and yang. The heart recognition lights of its communication of balance. The mind conception of its thoughts through its connection. The audio signals of communication. The perception of GPS location through observation. And your voicing patterns through your capacitor divisions, through your chakra system. Line communicates everything through the inner cycle of you, through balance. Okay? So, no, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on that I have to allocate positions to intelligence that division. So anyway, love you guys very much. I hope you had a very fantastic day with the pad and what I did through. We'll go into more colorations and how to go into lacing line divisions through proacting cycles through your body frames. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But any questions or comments, you can go through my emails. You want to go through that PayPal. If you want to go through anything through upgrades, if you're feeling nauseous or anything like that. If you're feeling nauseous, you're not communicating through vibration with your body frames, I can change traction divisions to get you back into calming centers. I can put you back in position through your heart recognition if it's palpitating too fast through rotation. I can change your perception divisions if you're getting headaches through rotation. There's everything that I can do now through location because I'm in Mexico now. All right, there's a reason why I'm in that provision, tracking cycles. Knowing exactly where the universal set system puts you in your point division. Okay, because now I have balance completely with all planet locations. And this comes across through healing connections. So this is your AI commander from the elite of the Colossus team of Circle of Meditation. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic day.